help protect an ecosystem. Welcome to our journey. This is Old Wagon Road. We're just checking tape, and we're going to go down and do an introductory. See you soon.
Ooh.
Hi, I'm Dave, Tripper Dave. I'm a wilderness guide and a protector of Mother Nature. Today we're going into Bigwind Lake Provincial Park, just outside of Bracebridge, Muskoka area. This area is known for its wetlands and its pristine nature. Excuse me as I get my notes so I don't forget anything. Let's see. So Bigwind Lake Provincial Park is classified as a natural environment park because of all the wetlands. It was established in 1985, and you are allowed to hike and bike and canoe and swim and picnic and ski. It is such a pristine area that it's amazing. Ontario Parks and this government, the government presiding, and today is September 18th, 2024, just in case it doesn't show it on the camera, that, as I say, they are trying to make this into a fully developed park. The infrastructure and the road construction it'll totally destroy the area, the habitat, the wetlands, everything. We are going in here to gather information to try and protect Bigwind and the working ecosystem that is there. So thank you for coming along with us on this journey, and we'll go from there. This is Clear Creek, just off of Old Wagon Road, and this flows from the wetlands throughout the park and north of the park, as all the wetlands are interconnected. So we will continue our journey. So we are now traveling on Old Wagon Road from the south. This leads to the park boundary. All this 15-foot wide dirt road they're adding to it. Don't know if you can see through the trees, but Clear Creek is just beyond the embankment there. So what the proposal is, that this 15-foot dirt road will become a 60 to 80-foot asphalt paved road. So you can imagine as we go by, and if you can, just all the way into the park, 80 feet from the edge of this road into the bush will have to be cleared and construction. Road's a little bumpy, so excuse all the motions. Again, there's Clear Creek. And again, 80 feet of this area up in here will be cleared. So there'll be millions of trees coming down. There are some areas where rocks will have to be blasted out. And yeah, just the destruction of the habitat is unbelievable. I believe this road, by the time we get to the park boundary, is roughly 5 kilometers. Again, these wetlands and this creek will just be devastated, just destroyed. Just, I can't stress that enough. There's another moss bog down there. So we are now getting to the park boundary of the infamous Bigwind Lake Natural Environment Park. So we are officially inside the park boundary now. A lot of stakes marked. I think that is for the planned construction. And we continue moving forward. So we're just inside the park line, and there's been all these blue metal containers, and we have found out that they are water testing areas, I guess to find out the quality of the water. We'll see a bunch of them as we continue. So they have drilled here to see what they can get and water quality wise. So we'll continue. Still continuing on Old Wagon Road, getting deeper into the park. So this is another wetlands, and here's another one of the water sampling posts. And we'll see if we can get into the wetlands. So here we are at a pit stop right off of Old Wagon Road, and sorry if I'm moving the camera around too much, but we can go down. You can see stakes that have already been put in, even though construction has not been approved. and it's a beautiful spot for a picnic and just to hang out. As you saw on the sign, right? No camping, and that lessens the human effect and the human footprint in the area. So we're going to take a walk down here and look at this beautiful pond. Which again will all be disappearing when major construction starts. This is absolutely great habitat for turtles, frogs, fishes, songbirds, blue herons. Even here, the plants, we have some sweet gale, which the moose, they love to chomp on. So, yeah, it's very saddening to know that this will be disappearing. So from what we've seen and from what we're figuring out, these stakes are possibly and probably marking where the road's going to go. Old Wagon Road will remain a snowmobile trail, and so going from here over to the other stake and then over, so it's roughly 60 feet wide, and it'll be going right through that wetlands. Here we are back on Old Wagon Road, continuing into the park after that stop to see that beautiful picnic area. So hopefully as I'm walking up here, I'll shut up and we can hear some birds and hopefully hear some nature. So hopefully you can see to the right side, or the east side of Old Wagon, there's boulders, rocks like a cliff, and as we scan around to the west side, you can see the levels and the height, which will have to be all chopped and cut down for the road to go through here. Big, beautiful maples. So this is another environmentally sensitive area and wetlands that would feed into Clear Creek. I'm going to see how far I can get up, and it comes out of a lake up here, and I don't know the name of it. I'll have to check the maps. But I figure this is going to be, they'll fill this in to create the road. Trying to zoom in on the tributary there that goes into Clear Creek. And it sounds like my ride is here, so we will continue later. So hopefully we can see this through these trees at the side of the road. This is that sensitive wetland that the creek runs through. And again, this is where we figure they're going to be building the road. So this is the pond that I had mentioned before. I think I said lake, that flows into Clear Creek. And just trying to get what I can through the trees here. As you can see, it's a half decent size. There's no name on it on the map, but we have followed it and just following this main stream of wetlands here. So we found a trail off of Old Wagon Road that leads down to the pond, and we just came down for a closer look, and what a gorgeous habitat for flora, fauna, just absolutely beautiful. The wildlife that must be living here, it's got to be just amazing, like numbers and everything, but oh well. Just the serenity of the area makes you just want to stay here. Looks like this trail might have been somebody bringing a canoe in to get to the pond. In front of me is a very tall hemlock. It hasn't been logged yet. Beautiful. Something just jumped in the pond over there. Fish or frogs or who knows. All good. This is one of the wells that we found dug. We are now in the development zone of the Ontario Parks plan. This is where all your major construction is going to be. And so they've already started doing some well installations. Hey guys. Hey. So we're still on Old Wagon Road. We just crossed a couple of guys. There's some trucks up here and dozers, and they're putting in wells, and they just informed us that they're putting in at least another 20 wells. So as you can see, the construction is there, and that's the other well. Hi guys. Hey, how's it going? Rock and rolling, man, rock and rolling. So that was the crew putting in those extra 20 wells. We're hopefully going to make it to some other areas where construction has started. And yeah, after we get out of the truck here, where it's a little bit more quieter, I'll give you some more explanations and stuff that the government and Ministry of the Environment, Conservation and Parks and Ontario Parks is doing. Yeah, we go from there. So now we just turned off of Old Wagon Road, and this is just a little side road, not very far, 1,000 feet. Oh, there's another vehicle. This is a little bay on Crossin Lake, and so it's just another pristine area that will be gone. So this bay is full of habitat for turtles and frogs, excellent habitat for blue heron. Again, look at all the cover here. It's just gorgeous. So a lot of habitat. And on the other side, we'll have the major part of Crossin Lake. Now, what has happened is on the environmental registry, it is still under a proposal. No decision has been made to go ahead with this, and yet they've already started construction. So that goes against the rights of Environmental Assessment, Conservation and Parks Act. It can go against the Endangered Species Act, and we're wondering why this construction has started if it hasn't been passed yet. So obviously it has, and even the last day of comment on May 4th, 2024, we were just informed that there were groups in here digging wells in May. So just a little bit of background information. Anyways, we will keep on going. So this is still Old Wagon Road. We just came from this direction and we got up here. It's a pretty rough road as it stands now, but they've been working. So I'm going to scan around slowly, and we found a bridge. So this is the river that comes from Crossin into another wetlands, and you can see the beaver dam, and I'm going to try and zoom in. And down to here, and now I'm just going to go on the other side of the truck and get another picture. So again, great habitat. All kinds of minnows. Oh, yeah. Look at them. There's, what, 6 inch?
Yes, what are they?
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Don't know what kind they are. I'm going to see if I can get down there a little bit and get a closer look, maybe with the sun.
There's another little beaver dam right there.
So we've never been up this area before because the road was so washed out from before. So this is all new territory for us. Oh, there were some frogs jumping there. There's another one. Looks like green frogs.
There's no bass in here.
That's what I'd be guessing.
Those minnows wouldn't exist.
And I don't know if I can see them from here. No.
They don't even seem to be moving because of you.
Oh, there. Okay, I can see a little bit here. So there's a bunch of minnows. I don't know if you can see the shadow of my hat in the water, but all around there, there's got to be 20, 30 minnows for sure. I can't tell exactly what type they are. Could be little brookies. There's one with an orange stripe on it. So it could be brook. That would be my guess. This would be, I think, perfect for them. Anyways, they wouldn't be here if the habitat wasn't right. So this creek coming from Crossan Lake, this could be part of Clear Creek that we saw at the beginning of this video, and this flows right on down. So I'm now on top of the beaver dam that we shot from the bridge. It's 8 feet high, 10 feet high. This is where the water's coming from, and this would be, I guess, a bay out of Crossan Lake. And again, with the infrastructure plan, this could all be lost, therefore the wetlands would be lost, and it just keeps on, you know, keeps on adding as everything is interconnected. So I can't get too much further without getting right in here. Here, just another angle below this dam, which, like I say, might be taken out, which will destroy a lot. Wow, just couldn't resist on the way back from the dam. There's a white pine it's got to be 3.5 feet in diameter. And I don't even know how to guess how tall it is. Wow, what a beauty.
Stay out of the way.
Okay, we're now still on Old Wagon Road, getting to the north part. I'm not 100% if we're still in the development zone. If we are, we're on the north part of it. And so we just came across this wetlands that will have to also be looked after. And this flows into Gullfeather Lake, which is to my right. And obviously there is significant flow here, so something's going to have to, a bridge or something, if they're going to be building, then that's going to have to be. There's a walkable bridge here, and we're just going to hop over, and like I say, this flows in to Gullfeather. Again, still heading north on Old Wagon Road, getting closer to the end and the top end of the park. The government is promoting this to create more green spaces for people to enjoy. But with the infrastructure and the cutting of all these trees, the destruction of the wetlands, how is that creating more green space? It's actually decreasing. So it's a big promotional gimmick as far as I'm concerned. And actually, here we are at the boundary, the top of Bigwind, at the north end. So from the point on, we have been told that they will not allow access from the top of this road. So it might end here. There might be a gate, as now, I guess according to that sign, we are out of the park boundary. Anyways, we're gonna continue up here and hopefully be able to get out, and this brings us out around Baysville. So we'll see how it goes. Hi, Tripper Dave. We're back home. Yeah, this big promotional proposal by the government for Bigwind Lake Provincial Park isn't anything for money, no matter what the cost to the environment. That's the proposal it is. The management plan is really unbelievable. Over 30% of the park is for the infrastructure and buildings. This means that Bigwind would be delisted from a protected area status. To cover this, Ontario Parks had to add additional areas. Unfortunately, these new areas allow hunting. So you can enjoy nature with your family, but just don't get shot. The infrastructure destroys wildlife corridors, affecting the travel for nesting grounds and feeding areas of all wildlife. The plan, it lacks vital information. And when you look into it, you'll see the devil is in the details. So that, on a lighter note, as this was our very first attempt to document and film, and with this old camera that I have, I'm hoping that you gain some valuable information. If you thought it was just trees and forest and wetlands and lakes and wetlands and trees and forests, you're absolutely right. It's a working ecosystem. This is what nature and we are losing in Bigwind Park. If you thought it was habitat for endangered species, bear, wolves, deer, moose, rabbits, chipmunks, squirrels, fishes, turtles, frogs, insects, the thousands of bird species, beavers, otters, all the shrubs and the flowers, you're absolutely right. This habitat and their home, this is what they're losing in Bigwind Park. Let's enjoy, not destroy, this pristine, magical area. I'd like to thank you for watching and riding along with us. I would also like to thank Davey. Excuse my paper here. I would like to thank Davey for the use of his truck and being our skilled driver. I would also like to thank Bobby for his outdoor knowledge and assistance. I would like to thank both of them as concerned citizens and stepping up to protect Mother Nature when you know that something is wrong. I am Tripper Dave, loving and protecting nature. You can reach me at tripperdave40@hotmail.com. And thank you so much for caring about nature. If you wish to help protect nature in Bigwind Provincial Park, here are some contact information that hopefully you can use. I hope these contacts help, and again, thank you so much to help protect Bigwind Provincial Park. Hi, so I'm going to try and quickly show you some of the maps. This is the map that we followed to go into Bigwind, and I hope you can see all this. This is the development zone map, and all the pink is the development zone, and all the others are, they classify as nature reserves and stuff like that. Hopefully you can pick this up. And this last one, it shows the additional boundary that they had to add, and that's the part that allows hunting, and so that they couldn't declassify this park as protected. Again, thank you so much for trying to protect Bigwind. Hi, Tripper Dave again. We just have a little bit of an update since the filming of this video in September. Construction is still continuing in Bigwind Lake. Today is November 26th, 2024. We have now pictures and some small videos of further damage, including newly constructed roads, an oil spill in Crossin Lake, which we did report to the MECP, destruction of habitat for wildlife and plants, felled trees, an unreleased map to the public marking the new roads and campsites, which, why wasn't it released? Anyways, and we have more things. We're trying to figure out how to get all our still pictures and the small videos onto another video. So we're trying to hopefully fully document all this other stuff by putting it on, like I say, to another video, which we will call it Bigwind Lake Provincial Park, Help Protect an Ecosystem, Part 2. Thanks for your caring and concern about Bigwind, and thanks for watching.